Friend. Woo! Big, whoa! Oh! Yeah, friend, if you wanted to know, wanted to know what I'm doing now. I'm living on the glow of your computer.
I think my
you're online with Cowboy.
We'll go with that. Oh well.
Don't you drift,
if it's not for jank, I wouldn't have anything in my tank, boys and girls. All right. We'll try to see if it works out later. I don't know what's going on with my music right now.
It was working good for me there, bro.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm living on
oh,
computer.
There we go.
There it goes.
Yeah,
that's
online with Cowboy Dan. So don't you drift, don't you slide away. Oh, come hang a minute, baby, in your day. I got a vibe with your name written on it. Come on, let's set this moment ablaze. Cause when you click my name, oh, the world feels right. We'll light up the dark like a neon night. Oh, you show up, I'll pop off for sure. Yeah, that's the whole damn plan. You're online with Cowboy Dan. Got kinda tired of that doom scroll rolling. Post after post, like a lost parade. But maybe you and me can break that spell. Oh baby, come slide into the stream for a minute. Stay, so don't drift off, don't fade away. Just pop on in, let's chase the gray. I got a vibe with your name written on it. Come on, let's take a spin and enjoy our day. When you click my name, the world feels right. We'll shine up the dark like a neon night. You'll show up, I'll pop off for sure. Yeah, that's the whole big plan. You're online with Cowboy Dan. With Cowboy Dan. We'll talk about anything that's on your mind. Play a few games, laugh ourselves silly. React to all the strangest videos we find. But the best part, you're hanging here with me. We'll forget all them lonely feelings. Just tune in when your heart runs low. Grab a coffee, my friend, get into the flow. Let's have fun, it's time to start the show. Friend, if you wanted to know, ooh, I wanted to know what I'm doing now. I'm shining through the screen of your computer. Come play a game with me. Yeah, I got kinda tired of that doom scroll dragging. Post to post with that same old side. But maybe you and me could spark something free. Yeah, baby, drop by the stream sometime. Click my name and the world feels right. We brighten the dark like a neon night. You show up, I'll pop off for sure. Yeah, that's the whole damn plan. You're online with Cowboy Dan.
Oh, hey, howdy, hey, boys and girls. KJCowboyDan here, and it is time for another episode of Live with KJCowboyDan and Friends. I want you guys to do me a favor, and I want you guys to say hello to the other head in the house. That's right. This one's a HeadKasE. How you doing?
What's up? Hey, guys. That moment where we took, we're checking to see if the music was working, and then we're like, yeah, that was perfect. Like that couldn't have been timed better.
If it wasn't for jank, I wouldn't ever have anything in my tank. I'll tell you what, it was glitching, and then it wasn't glitching. Then I don't know what was going on. But that
was good.
That's what happens when I play a track from my computer. I should just loaded it up to the stage, but I was too lazy to do it that way, I guess. So how you doing? How you doing?
Doing great. Glad to see that there's people already waiting to see us talk about time travel.
Yeah, time travel, and pretty much over without giving too much away to everybody. I've recently found out that you're the multiversal me.
We are quite alike. I was very impressed about our long conversation recently.
Like very much shared mutual experiences down to places lived. Same jobs, different employers, but same jobs. Wow.
That's just the universe coming together. That's when fate happens when you least expect it.
Or maybe y'all are two different versions of each other from different universes.
Ooh.
Yep. And different dimensions.
Yeah, exactly.
We also got hanging out with us tonight, Lieutenant Garantina. How are you doing today? Oh, I'm excited about tomorrow. Whew.
Yeah. Doing well. Of course, doing well, guys. I just finished watching the entire season of Power Rangers Turbo. And tomorrow
that must have been great. That must have been great.
Yeah, tomorrow we'll be going live tomorrow around 9:25.
So make sure you join us tomorrow night. That's Eastern, right?
Yes, Eastern.
Eastern. Join us tomorrow night. We're going to be on Lieutenant Garantina's channel talking about the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Turbo.
Yep.
I got to get Theta a picture of me from what I look like in 1999. So that way, when you guys start watching those old Power Rangers stuff, if you can find me when I was young.
Yeah, he was actually on the TV show in the what was it in the locker in the
I was one of the kids.
So
the high school scenes, when they used to shoot the scenes in the high school, it was I was like kid next to locker 6, I think was my thing. I was told to shut up, look pretty, stand on the red dot, and pretend like I'm having a conversation.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
two episodes. And HeadKasE is welcome to join us too if he likes it.
Right. There you go. Invitation out there.
I accept.
I'm actually wearing my Tommy Oliver shirt that I made too.
Oh, there you go.
Let's see.
Oh, wow. Okay.
At least you didn't make the shirt out of Tommy Oliver.
Well, that would be desecration. So
yeah.
It's morphin' time.
Now, speaking of morphin', we got the Theta Ranger himself. How you doing?
What's up, everybody? How are y'all doing? Hope y'all are having a great time and ready for some time travel nonsense and some philosophy, maybe some nerd talk in there. I'm sure a lot of it.
Well, there's definitely going to be a lot of nerd talk. So how today's conversation came about is I was last night, me and HeadKasE were just sitting there chatting and realizing that we've lived the same life. And, more and more keeps on coming out that I'm like the multiversal HeadKasE. He's a radioactive skull dripping ooze, and I'm a head in a jar. Take me out of the jar, and I'm dripping water, I guess. But
you look like a trophy head.
I'm a trophy head. Yeah.
There you go.
Put me on your trophy rack, indeed. And so, like, we sat there and we're thinking about like all the fun stuff that we could talk about and possibly do, And I just want to make sure I get my schedule going, boost up Theta's schedule, get everybody in our circle, like active and rocking out some content. And we said, why don't we go live today? Do a random. And so we started out with the idea of a chat and chill. And I'm like, what's the first part of hitting before you find your multiversal self is you probably built a time machine and you went back in time. So I decided to do this thumbnail that we're using for today with the DeLorean. And sorry, I didn't get you in there, Garatina, but I'm going to add you to the thumbnail after the show.
I actually got my DeLorean right behind me.
Oh, you got your DeLorean right behind you? Does it go 88 miles an hour? Oh, yeah, you do. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I wanted to take a moment
Here, let's
to talk about how it came to be that I'm even here as well. So the first time that I met any one of us was I met Theta when he was streaming. I think the movie was called The Frequency, and which is funny that we were talking about. You do remember that? That's the first time I met you. And speaking of time travel,
that's still one of my favorite time travel movies.
I literally cried on that stream, man. I was like at home and I was like watching this movie.
Me too, dude.
So that's how I ended up here.
An emotional movie. Anybody who hasn't seen Frequency with Jim Caviezel and Randy Quaid. No, I always get that mixed up. Dennis Quaid. Randy Quaid's the crazy one. I always get that mixed up. And,
yes, we were doing that too on the stream.
Yeah, and I was getting it mixed up on that stream. But yeah, it was a pleasure to have you drop in on that one, and you've been awesome. And like, it's a pleasure to finally like get a real like panel on to chat with you.
Yeah, we were originally just going to do just a standard chat and chill, and then I was thinking, somehow it's going to turn into a Back to the Future thing because I found this Back to the Future font that I wanted to try, and I was like, okay, it's going to be a chat and chill. I don't have like an official logo for chat and chills, and HeadKasE says, why don't we Oh, am I back? Am I in the wrong? Am I facing in the wrong direction?
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, just when you get a chance.
Yeah, I didn't realize I was facing in the wrong direction. Gee whiz, I'm definitely in the multiverse right now. Everything's going in other directions.
Hey, dude, as long as the videos aren't clipping and the audio is working, you're good. There you go.
No,
looks good.
Back into the right universe here. Woo!
Yeah.
So I knew I was like, we're going to probably end up talking about Back to the Future because I use that font, and then I'm like, I got to figure something out. And I was originally going to try to get you and me and HeadKasE and like doing the Back to the Future 3 pose and the getting into the DeLorean thing. But it kept on wanting to put Theta in a dress.
Oh, shut up!
Because of the Back to the Future 3, Clara's wearing a dress in that image, and I was trying to use the image to reference with the AI.
Can I read what?
Thank you for not using that.
Yeah.
What you wrote? Can I read what you wrote?
Absolutely.
Can I present that? All
Absolutely.
Right. Chat and chill with KJCowboyDan and Friends, a journey through time. Great Scott, fire up the flux capacitor as we set your temporal coordinates because Live with KJCowboyDan and Friends is taking a trip across the ages with special guests at the real HeadKasE and Theta of nerd archaeology as we dive headfirst into the wild world of time travel. We'll be exploring legendary time travel films from Back to the Future to The Time Machine. Mind-bending paradoxes like the Grandfather Paradox and Bootstrap Paradox. Alternate timelines, changing history, and the ripple effect of our choices. The science, the fiction, and the downright impossible. Our favorite time travel stories from movies, TVs, comics, and games. But this isn't just a journey through time. What happens in the future when a man, an archaeologist, and a HeadKasE start tampering with the timeline? Will create a paradox, or will we finally answer the question, if you could travel through time, where would you go?
Woo!
Nice. Love it.
Wow.
He did the monologue better than I could. And you did the monologue before I edited in to add Lieutenant Garatina, the man from the future.
And special guest, Lieutenant Garatina.
So before we head off into some paradoxical timelines, I like to go and say hello to chat. Ladies and gentlemen, Lieutenant Garantina, holding it down in both in the chat and here on the stage. Showing some
100%.
love. Make sure you give them a follow and make sure you're there tomorrow for a little Power Ranger action. The
Yep.
one and only DJ Play Nice. How you doing?
Yeah, we got Sig Valdison out there too. He's a friend of the channel.
What is
yeah.
up, everybody? What's up, Sig? What's up, DJ? I can't see the. I guess I'll have to go to the YouTube to look at the.
Oh,
Yeah, you got to be
something
careful
about-
because when you open it up, it'll start doubling up.
Yeah,
Yeah. That I had to mute it like real quick, and it still doubled up a little bit.
yeah.
So.
Believe me, I'm like a quick draw with that pause button. So
okay. So yeah, Sigvaldison. Thank you for joining us. I got to get pretty much Theta to send me your clips, so that way we can pop those clips in there. But here's one clip I do have.
I need to make a new one for him. Honestly, I need to make a better one that has an actual Eldritch God without pissing off the actual Eldritch God himself. Don't want to steal any trademarked characters or anything, but definitely need to make an improvement on not only his but Orphan Zane's and maybe Gunner if he wants something done. Everybody is a huge legend of the nerd archaeologist. The dig never ends.
The
for
dig
everybody.
never ends. You dig, I dig.
So, do we get a good look at that DeLorean there, Theta? Or?
Oh, you wanna see it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
pop out
right.
the DeLorean. You
Well,
know?
Yeah. Or I got Marty here, on his
Marty
hoverboard.
Nice.
Yep.
He comes with like a different head, like for his hat and everything, and his arm did break off, so I had to kind of super glue it into this position. But
you always
it's a
gotta make sure you
position
take
that
care of it.
kind of works. It should be kind of sticking out a little more. But anyway, I want to get the doc from part 2 in the orange, but this is the doc from part 1, and he has that face that
Great Scott.
they did a really
Wow.
good sculpt on his face.
Wow.
That
He did
does
a good
not look
job,
like
too.
Eric's Schultz. Just saying,
No.
they really should have done better with the Eric Schultz action figure.
Yeah.
There's
And
the
this
time
is
machine part.
this is the DeLorean from the first Back to the Future. It did come with a lightning pole at the very end. I did
For
I did
for
lose
the
but
hook.
yeah, the hook. I do want to get the second one, like the part 2 one though, as the what do they call it?
Mr. Fusion.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Mr. Fusion.
Mr. Fusion.
The redone Mr. Coffee into a
Yeah,
fusion generator. I love it.
exactly. And you can actually, the wheels can go down.
Oh,
and
that's
up.
cool.
Awesome.
The batteries are dead in it, but it
So-
does make noise if
Oh, that's a shame.
if the batteries were.
You've been
um,
playing with it too much.
Yeah, I do play with my toys a lot. So
Hey,
You
kinda
know,
similar
there's,
to my
there are
wife.
two types. There are two types of people who get toys. There's the type that plays with their toys, and there's the type that keeps them in mint in the box. And then there's the third type that gets two of each, one to keep in the box and one to play with.
if I had the money for that third option, I would definitely be that third option. But I'm actually in the middle. I play with them, but I make sure to dust them every month and make sure to clean them up, in case it gets built up. And I always keep all my boxes ready, so they stay in good condition with all their accessories and stuff.
Oh, I was singing the theme song to Back to the Future all day today.
Yeah.
Back, the back
Yeah.
in time.
Yeah,
yeah, there was an animated
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a cartoon based on the movies.
Oh, I
Yeah,
loved
but,
the cartoons.
You know, it was another good time travel movie that we might talk about is Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures.
I believe that's in our
They had
list.
a cartoon as well, and I had the toys, and I really want to get the toy version of the phone booth and do a customization, because I customize like all my figures, or at least the ones that I want to make like accurate to what I love, like these Transformers that I have. Some of them I paint to make the shades darker if they're darker in the cartoon. So
I think
wait, can you put? I forgot that you can actually open up the.
don't break it.
There we go.
Yeah.
No.
Jinx.
Exactly.
Okay.
You break, you buy.
Okay. Never mind. Okay. Well, that's where the switch is. So you open that up and.
Oh, okay.
Is this the remote controlled one that actually flies as well as
No.
Yeah.
No, this just lights up and makes sounds and stuff, and you can put your figures in the
very
driver's
important
seat
question?
in the passenger seat.
If
It does have a flux capacitor in there though that lights
Okay.
up when you press the button.
So very important question. If that's scaled down to like say I don't know what like 100 to 1 scale or something, what you know.
Well, no, this is a 1/12.
Okay,
scale.
1/12. Okay, so 12 times the size of that would be a regular DeLorean. So
Yeah.
if a DeLorean has to go 88 miles an hour to go back in time, how fast does that thing have to go back in time?
Hold on. I'll figure it out here.
I guess if the flux capacitor is still the same and the output that is needed is the same, it would still just be 88 miles an hour.
You have to.
Right.
Okay, so here's the answer to the question. 12 times 88 is 1,056.
So it'd need to go 1,056 miles an hour.
But the size of that, wouldn't it be like
It wouldn't matter, would it?
Well,
It can't go. It can't. It's smaller, so it has to go faster to keep up with the bigger mobile. You see what I'm saying? Because if it's only 1 foot long and the car is, let's say 10 foot long, it has to go 10 times the amount of space and that same.
I guess because you would have to miniaturize the amount of plutonium that you use for the ignition for the flux capacitor. So yeah, I guess you're right. But if you use the exact same amount of uranium or plutonium, sorry, then 88 miles an hour I think would still be sufficient.
all right.
So
well,
you're right. It would take longer though for it to get up to 88 miles per hour because it's smaller.
Being smaller,
I agree with
being
that
smaller
completely.
in a sense. If you think about like how like RC cars work, maybe it might even just have to. They go fast. It'll appear as it goes faster.
It goes
because it's
15
smaller.
miles an hour, and
so it may appear to your eyes being the whole size difference.
it's like those the side view mirrors. It's like time machines in your rear view mirror may be going fast, maybe closer than it may appear.
Now, the reason why I asked this question is I remember the cartoon series, The Littles.
No, I don't.
Is that a Nickelodeon one, huh?
It was one of those
I
from the
remember
80s.
but I never watched it.
It was like they were like the little Pete cartoon characters, like little rodents, I guess. They lived kind of like the Indian in the cupboard,
Smurfs type of thing.
kind of
right?
Smurfs, yeah. But they kind of like little fictional little rodent people that lived in your walls, and I swear they ripped Chippendale's Rescue Rangers off of it. But
that was a good one.
Chippendale's Rescue Rangers actually ripped off Indiana Jones and
Right,
Magnum PI.
Magnum PI and like everything.
Yeah.
But I'm just thinking like little tiny fictional creatures get into that thing and they take that thing for a joyride. We're gonna have ourselves a couple of paradoxes going on.
So we've done this before on one of my paranormal shows. the phenomenon files. But what would y'all rather? What would y'all prefer for a time traveling ship of some kind? Like, would you want the DeLorean? Would you want a phone booth? Would you want another phone booth like Doctor Who?
Definitely a DeLorean, man.
The Federation. I think we all settled on DeLorean as well.
I think like the DeLorean concept, the automobile concept is a little bit more feasible, because you can, if you see yourself when you start to materialize in the future, assuming that that land masses haven't moved to where you are materializing from that spot, or if they have, you'd sooner be able to adjust your path when you're rematerializing. So I would say that way. Otherwise,
you automatically know that your tires can flip inward and fly, so you could be on the road and kind of blend in either way.
Right. I want to take a moment real quick and finish recognizing chat. I just wanted to say thank you again to DJ Play Nice, who was our bouncer and security guard a couple weeks ago, and really protected our channel when it needed it most. Thank you very much once again, DJ Play Nice. We really appreciate you for everything that you do out there.
DJ, and you really are awesome. Thank you. And
it is 5x5 out there. Thank you very much. Don't forget to do the things that DJ Play Nice wants to remind y'all to do, is hit that like button, make sure your subscriptions are active, and you hit that bell notification and all the things. And
100%.
You know, it's
I'm going to take a moment, and I don't know if anybody else wants to. I'm going to take a moment and just open up my YouTube so I can get to that chat, so we're not doubling up. So if we just want to,
that's actually what I'm doing right now as well.
We won't have terrible talking. So.
Yeah. And so do all the things. Also, once again, Sig Baldison, who's hanging out with us. Like I said, eventually we're going to get all your clips over here as well, so that way I can pop them up for you. We will release the Eldritch God as soon as we can. He's currently locked in a box and I cannot get to him. But thank you all for joining us here. I really appreciate it. See, his voice is there. So we weren't really planning on much of a topic today other than a chat and chill, but when we decided to do the time travel stuff, HeadKasE said, well, why don't we talk about time travel movies? And I says, okay, well, we'll talk about time travel movies, and we're also going to bring in the possible paradoxes or problems with those time travel films in our opinions on how they'd be problematic in reality. So when you're ready, we're ready.
Yeah. So do you have that article I sent you?
Yes, I do. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe we should just send that to our private chat so Theta and Lieutenant can look at it, because this is what kind of sparked our this is what we're going to be based on. It's going to be like the top 40 IMDb rated time travel movies and series, and so like that's what we're gonna like. Or, you know, like if you guys are down with it, maybe we can start from the beginning as number 1, or start at 40 and go down, or
can I add an honorable mention real quick, because we were just doing a hacker movie as well, and there's a hacker movie that actually kind of connects to both hacking and time travel, and that's Paycheck with Ben Affleck and Paul Giamatti.
Isn't that more like time skipping? I guess time skipping.
No, it's actually future. Like, it's the one thing that Einstein said was possible, that you could actually view the future. Like, so
popped
it's
it
like
in the wrong chat.
Well,
you guys have access to the list, the IMDb list of the 40 time travel movies as well.
Now the chat,
it has Aaron Eckhart. It's a very good movie. Well, I mean, no, I'm a liar. It's not a very good movie. It's a fun popcorn flick, but it does kind of connect both hacking because Ben Affleck's character is a hacker that he has his brain melted in a way, like after he works on a project to keep him from telling other people how he did it, they erase his mind. And in this last project that he does, where he supposedly is supposed to get millions of dollars, he creates remote viewing for the future. And so it's a fun kind of little popcorn story. But anyway, go ahead.
So the list that we have from IMDb starts off ironically with Back to the Future. So since we're here, why don't we talk about the time travel in Back to the Future? And do you think that the whole
where is there time travel in Back to the Future?
Where?
I'm just kidding.
I think it starts in 1955 and then it goes day by day forward.
November 5th, 1955.
Yeah.
To be precise.
And then, so every 25 hours you've traveled 24 hours you've traveled one day into the future. That's how it works.
Well, actually, technically, the first time travel was with Einstein 1 minute into the past.
Oh, yes, that's very true.
I was going to say Doc Brown. Doc Brown going 30 years into the future by daily life, and then Einstein going 1 minute into the future with the DeLorean. Then, just.
I don't know. I don't know if I'd send my dog first. I'd probably send myself before I sent my dog first.
Yeah,
I'd feel too bad about it.
Well, I mean, I guess I'd feel bad either way, but I mean, because if I just left my dog or cat, like for me it'd be my cat, but if I just left my cat alone and I was stuck in the middle of time, I would probably take my cat with me, or dog or whatever. At least we can experience it together, whatever happens. But yeah, sending him alone is that's kind of It's kind of like guinea pig-ish and kind of scary.
Lieutenant Garantina, what would you choose to be the test subject of your time travel?
Test subject?
Yeah. Doc Brown used his dog.
I use a bunny rabbit.
Bunny rabbit.
Yeah, like a mouse
Make
or something.
sure it doesn't come back looking like the Thing from John Carpenter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'd just be worried I accidentally send it too far back and then back. Then once I retrieve the car and it comes back, I don't want it to be that man-eating rabbit from Monty Python.
Well, no, it'll just be like that rabbit or those rabbits from that Rabbit Island. It would just be sweet and cuddly, and that's all that rabbits are able to be.
So
here's a question for you: How did Einstein get back up to 88 miles per hour to get back?
No idea.
Oh, that's a good question. That's a really good question. I never thought about that. Maybe it was something that Doc had already programmed in that the car would just continue at 88 miles an hour. Well, actually, no.
It's just 1 minute into the future. He wouldn't need to come back.
I have a perfect answer to that. He didn't need
that's true.
Because it was only one trip.
Yeah, and it was just to the future. It wasn't. It wasn't a round trip. He waited for a minute and then he zapped back in.
Yeah. You did kind of confuse me there for a second,
but it is funny to think about.
Yeah, I love thinking about those types of questions, though.
The question is, if you would have sent him back to the past, would there have been that would probably cause a time paradox because
then how would you get back? That's the question.
It would be like Time Cop. Like they could exist in the same place, but I don't know if y'all have seen Time Cop with Jean-Claude Van Damme, but so like whenever the same mass cannot exist in the same dimension. So if two of the same people touch each other, then they do turn into like a Cronenberg thing type creature, because their existence, they shouldn't be able to inhabit the same space at the same time. So if they do inhabit the same space at the same time, they merge into like this blob of goo.
Oh, that.
Yeah, and Dan was talking about that too. He was he did a deep dive on the that's the difference between the multiverse and Back to the Future rules,
Right.
where you can't exist in two places at once in Back to the Future, but you can create a new string in the timeline under the Marvel rules.
Yeah, I was trying to find a good side-by-side comparison graphic for the, but I couldn't find one in time for our little hangout. But I was trying to find a good side-by-side comparison for the Back to the Future explanation of how creating a branched timeline would work, and compared to the similar but very different explanation that the Marvel Cinematic Universe gives with their branch timelines. And but in the long run, like it turns out that rather than creating an alternate universe and whatnot, as you would have you ultimately created a variant of yourself, like in the Marvel universe explains with the whole Loki thing, and continues to explain with the whole going back in time to get the stone so you can do the snap instead of Thanos. Causes.
Well, and there's also the world between worlds in Star Wars.
In Star Wars, you know.
And then there's the sorry, I didn't interrupt. What's his name? The guy that's in Loki, the one who
Kang,
remains.
yeah, the one above all. Yeah.
And then because he can separate himself and bring himself together.
Well, he's just he's from the future. Like he's from like way in the future. It's kind of like he's like the villain version of Booster Gold, even though he's supposed to be a hero, he's kind of a bad hero. Like he doesn't have the best intentions. But in the DC universe, Booster Gold is from the future, and he comes back to the past to use the future technology to fight crime and stuff. And so Kang in the Marvel universe is a similar situation where he comes back using all the technology from the future to like basically destroy and become like, well, I mean, there's different variants that do different things, but he's always been known to be a bad guy in that sense.
Yep.
Yeah, replicating himself to be on every timeline is basically what I got from that. Is that he was on he existed on every timeline,
right?
Which is crazy to think about, right? Like, and not only that, but he is the one who remains. He can see simultaneously every timeline at once, which is also really crazy concept.
Yeah, but I think the reason that he can see all the timelines is because he is at that point in the story of Loki. I hate that we're going into like the TV shows because I try not to hold them canon, but
they're different canons. You're firing from three different canons. You got the comic book canon, you got the TV / MCU canon, and then you got the graphic novel canons that typically shoot from alternate universes, considering your Ultimate Universe stuff, So you got like different canons that you can fire from, depending on which canon that you hold dear to your heart. That's the nice thing about fandom is when they open up these different areas that we can be fans of, we can have like these different thought process. Because
one thing that I'm confused about though is in the TV show of Loki, because in the comics, Kang has the technology to go to and fro back in time, back through time because of the future technology. But in the TV show, is it just because he is the leader of the time agency that is mitigating everything?
The comic
No,
books,
not in the comic books, the TV show.
Yeah, I was just gonna say this. The way the comic books work was a lot different than the way they decided to run the TVA.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, in
Yeah.
in the comic books, he actually has like the technology from the future
Right.
to come back in time. But that's why I'm confused as to how he's doing it in the TV show. Is it because he's the head of the time agency, or is it just that he has that technology from the future?
Right. So, like,
Yeah.
depending on which universe of the comic books, I think some of them kind of explain away the TV show, because, like, Kang doesn't have like doesn't have like he's not an anchor being, so he gets variants, and so the variants, whether it be Reed Richards' son, or whether it be Kang, different versions of Kang the Conqueror, or Kang the
Iron Lad.
Destroyer, or
Well,
you
he's
know.
also one guy, and
Right.
all those timelines are from him traveling through time.
Exactly.
So he creates a new version of himself every single time that he travels.
Right, that's how the
and then-
comic books worked, particularly. But with the with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, they introduced the concept of anchor beings, and anchor beings will never get a variant, and
Yeah.
that's one of the concepts they introduced in the MCU.
Well, I don't know how how that fits into the
isn't
Deadpool.
the anchor being
Yeah.
for the movie
No, he's
universe?
not. It's Wolverine. Is
Well,
Logan.
oh.
Logan is, and so
Well-
which is weird because they kind of went against their own rules there, because
Right.
he went and searched for all these different Logans.
That's why I was
Right.
confused.
So,
Yeah, because
I have a theory about that. They because they ruined in Deadpool, they kind of ruined the thought process of what an anchor being is that held that universe together, or that timeline together. They because originally, if you remember, like the Spider-Man, the Spider-Man Spider-Verse.
616.
No, the Spider-Man Spider-Verse movie, that they were trying to do their own explanation of the same
Into the
thing.
Spider-Man, yeah.
Like, there is only one version of certain characters, and there will always only be one version of certain characters. And they tried to do the same thing with America.
America Chavez.
Yeah, America Chavez character, and she has no variance upon any other universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she was supposed to be like the ultimate, like, multiversal anchor being.
Well, and then there's characters like the Molecule Man and Franklin Richards that can literally do anything. I mean, they can change reality. They are Franklin Richards made Galactus his herald, and Galactus is one of those anchor beings.
Right.
Galactus is like the only version. Like he is the version that is in every Marvel universe that there is. He just travels through different dimensions, but he is the anchor being, I guess, or at least one of them.
Right.
Yeah,
So-
for once Disney managed to give us the actual Galactus, unlike Fox back when they didn't find him realistic enough to use in their movie.
When he was a fart cloud.
Fart cloud.
Yeah. Yeah. It's why the Rise of the Silver Surfer movie bombed.
Yeah. Even
And
though
then
I did like Lawrence Fishburne as Silver Surfer.
Yeah, me too.
That was good casting. They just didn't know what to do with the whole movie.
Yeah, having Lawrence Fishburne voice.
Sorry,
Silver
I
Surfer
didn't
was
mean to
a very
interrupt
good-
you, Lieutenant Giratina.
Was
Go
a very
ahead.
good option.
No problem. Yeah, F4 has been having some of the same issues as Superman when they're being limited to overusing the same villains and stuff. But at least Fantastic Four from last year managed to bring in more than just one actual comic originated villain, and one of them was called the Mole Man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Mole Man. I'm hoping that they. I didn't see the new Fantastic Four movie because I don't have Disney Plus, and I
Have you
didn't want
seen the original 1993 version of the Fantastic Four?
Yeah,
Was it Richard Donner that did that? Because Mole Man is in that one.
So
You're talking
Yeah.
about the unreleased version.
The unreleased version,
the
yeah.
unreleased version, but it has been leaked to.
It's on YouTube right now. You can go look. You can go watch it after
Oh,
this
sure.
stream if you want.
Yeah, I seen it, and I was gonna touch on what Lieutenant was saying too. Is he brought up Superman, and that's another person who can time travel. He literally can spin the Earth backwards and
Yeah.
turn back time.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh yeah, in the very first Superman movie. Yeah.
and he did it several times in the comics as well. Also,
And
depending.
the Flash does it too constantly. I mean,
All right, so
he
the
has
Flash,
cosmic treadmill.
right? Yeah, with his cosmic treadmill, though, the Flash doesn't alter the globe, though. Where the Superman, he has to alter the globe by changing the rotation of the globe.
Yeah, Flash just uses the Speed Force and controls it. Yeah.
Yeah,
That was pretty cool when he was going through all the timelines, and you had the Nick Cage Superman and everything. Wasn't that cool? Like they really did a good job with that CGI, and you almost lose yourself.
It was a fun little nod for
they
sure.
They paid good homage to the DC
Christopher
characters.
Reeves and Brandon Routh. I honestly, I'm one of the people that thinks that Superman Returns was a really good sixth movie of the Christopher Reeves version. If you like, he really held true to the Christopher Reeves version of Superman. I really liked it.
There were certain things I liked about it and certain things I didn't like about it, but yeah, you're right. He did do a better version. Too bad he had some issues. So anyhow, regarding Back to the Future and Back to the Future, now one of the paradoxes that they had was that he started changing things by interfering with his dad and his mom, and you started almost disappearing. Now,
Imagine going back in time and then finding out your mom was a total fox.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd be thinking that if I was.
Well, no, but he was checking her out. He didn't know it was his mom, and he was definitely attracted to her until he found out it was his mom. He was like, "Oh shit!"
I guess. Well, but he found out pretty quick, though. I mean, like.
It took a minute though because when he said her name, that's when he found out. Is when she said her name, but she was like giving him back his underwear, and he's like covering up, and you could just see, it's kind of a weird thing, But
he was watching his dad, with the binoculars up in the tree. Man, that is so completely like. Think about how we have it today, and like it's. Like I'm not saying it's a good thing at all. I'm not trying to promote the access that people have to that type of content today. But think about how horny you had to be back then to literally like climb a tree and like get caught with your binoculars, like looking at girls through windows. Man, that's
well,
that also appeared in a. That was also a thing in Rush Hour too, when Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker were looking at Rosalind Sanchez down to her underwear and bra. I do admire good-looking Latinas, just to let you know.
Yeah.
If anybody knows a good-looking Latina, please be sure to send her to Lieutenant Garantita.
And for me, any very small green-eyed Thai, even if they wear contacts, like a Thai girl or Korean, some kind of like Japanese, something like
even Chinese.
I think everybody would like a little present sent their way.
This is turning into like a dating show type
but
of thing.
Back to the future. So he starts going invisible once he started making some changes to the universe. Now, here's my question: when he brings the Gray Sports Almanac Back to the Past.
Mhm.
Well, Biff brings it back to the past, gives
Yeah.
it to his younger self.
Yeah.
And why is it that instead of like you waiting until Back to the Future 2 later for the world to be all changed, things didn't start changing before Marty's eyes? Based off of the rules that they explained in the first movie, Back to the Future's changeover from the alternate
It did.
universe, it didn't
Didn't
change before his eyes. No, he just showed back up in the new world. In his
Well,
new
yeah, because
reality.
he had to go into the future where it was changed.
Right.
Like
So-
okay, so
so, like-
maybe I'm not following you.
Right.
'cause-
So in
hold
theory,
on, before we get too far, didn't Marty bring back the almanac? And
No,
then
no.
Biff
no,
found
Biff
it?
did.
No,
Biff
Biff
found
did.
it
No,
in the
'cause
car
remember,
when
remember
yeah.
Doc
Biff
got
found it in
mad
the
at
car.
him. Doc got mad at him for bringing back the magazine.
No, he was going to bring, like, they were outside
So-
the Cafe 80s in the year 2015, November 5th, 2015, or maybe 2025 even.
It was
So, I
2020
forget. But
something,
regardless, Doc saw that he was going to bring it back, and he threw it in the trash
trash
can
can.
when they
Ah,
saw Jennifer down in
that's
the
what it was.
alley, and the cops picked her
Wow,
up and was
really?
going to take her home.
Right. And then Biff picked it up out of
Yep.
the trash can, snuck away, and somehow got a hold of the DeLorean while they were doing the whole.
Well, yeah, he followed them in a taxi to the Lion Estates where they still lived in their old home. And as soon as they left the DeLorean, they literally didn't
Right.
lock it or anything. They just left it there.
Marty
Biff-
and them were in the future, in the future, when Biff went from the future to the past to give young Biff the sports almanac and come back. In theory, Biff would have came back to a completely different future. Also, right
No,
before
no,
their-
they were
Yes.
inside there. They were inside the McFly house.
Yeah,
the
in
entire time.
the future McFly house. So which meant
Oh, I
which
get what you're saying
meant
now.
that
Okay.
all the future stuff
I
should
get
have
what you're
changed
saying.
right
Yeah.
before everybody's eyes.
I get what you're saying
That's
now.
what I'm
yeah.
saying.
You are
Instead,
right.
they went back to the 1985,
Yeah,
and it was
I get-
already
okay.
changed.
You
That
are
shouldn't have happened that way based off the rules of Back to
you're
the Future
exactly
Part
right.
One.
I'm following you now. I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Right, so-
I don't have an answer for that. That's just plot convenience, I guess.
They
'Cause,
didn't follow their own rules.
Yeah.
So therefore, the Back to the
You're-
Future,
you're
Back to the
absolutely
Future
right, though.
alternate timelines work the same way as the Marvel alternate timelines, even though they didn't want to admit it in Back to the Future Part One.
No, you're absolutely right. As soon as Biff came back, he should have come back to a time period, unless there's some kind of unless like time works as a barrier, where if you're in a time period that, like, if you're in a actually, you know what, this would, I mean, I wish I had a
I have a whole theory about this, and I've pondered this for a long time. I have
okay,
a huge deep dive on it.
So I wish I had a chalkboard, but the way that Doc Brown explains it is that they're in that timeline right there, and so what Biff did is create an alternate timeline from that timeline, and created a different one.
Right. So in theory, Biff wouldn't have been able to go back to the same timeline, is what I'm trying to say. And they wouldn't have been able to go back.
They would have been able to go back to the point right before all of the craziness, before he gave the book to him, because that's where the origin point was. And luckily, Biff left the time
but
period.
he had to go from 1955 to the future, which would have been changed by the time he went back.
No,
into the past.
it
Young
wouldn't
Biff,
have been
he
changed,
gave
though,
young Biff
because
the thing, and young Biff went his entire life up until 1985 making bets. So anything after that point in time, the whole entire future of 2015 would have been changed.
I disagree. As Doc Brown explains it, and when they finally figure out what happened, it's a completely different timeline. So when you're locked into a timeline, that's the timeline that you're playing out. It's like even though things happened in a past event from
Right.
that
That's what I'm
point,
saying is then he'd go to a different timeline. And this is what Sigvaldason is saying, assuming he doesn't immediately form his own timeline, but the timeline continues unchanged. So he had to change the timeline if he in order for that to have happened. And
Yeah.
when they went back in the past, back to 1985, the timeline had changed. I'm just saying you would have seen the changes starting around him, just the same as he saw himself going invisible.
Oh, they
Because-
did.
Oh.
They did see. They did see the like. Remember, there were like the Biff Tower and
But that was in 1985, but not
Yeah.
that wasn't in the future of like
exactly because they were
2015.
locked. Because like Sigvaldason is saying, assuming it doesn't immediately form its own timeline.
Right.
So they're locked into their own timeline. Like
Yeah.
they're like imagine like
I'm just saying that's the potential dangerous paradox here that we have with Back to the Future. It's not
But I
the,
think it's easily explained away by the way that Doc explains it. Like since they're already in this timeline where the past is the past, like at that point, that is creating a different timeline from the main time that you're coming from. So like if they would have stayed in that timeline, everything would have gone completely completely kept going the way that things were. Marty, would have been fired from his job, and everything that happened would have still continued to happen along that line. But it's once they went back into the past, that's when it starts changing, because they're going back to the beginning before the time period had changed dramatically enough.
Uh-huh.
And so, and that you also got to think about this way too, that when the movie starts, all the way from the beginning of the movie, his name is Marty. Now, the only way that he was named Marty was because he went to the past and helped his father out, and his mother had a crush on Marty, and that's why they named Marty.
Yeah.
Because you see what I'm saying? Isn't
Yeah,
that crazy
well,
to think about? And so before he even went to the past in the first place, that
Yeah.
somehow it had already happened.
So I mean that just proves two
well-
things. That proves two things. First of all, that proves that Marty's mom is a multiversal, multi-generational slut.
I was about to say I thought you were going to say whore, but yeah.
But isn't that weird to think about? Is that even before he even knew that Doc was building a time machine, that this had happened, and so therefore, at which point did it start, or was the fact that when the movie started that it actually already happened? They were just showing what happened, not that it was happening then. They were showing what happened to create him playing that guitar and blowing out that big speaker. That was actually an after effect to the whole thing about him going to the past and getting named Marty and everything. None of that would have happened had it not already happened.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Yeah. So let's just thank Universal and Robert Zemeckis for screwing up our entire childhood and screwing up our entire lives by making us think about these things that we don't really want to think about. Like, first of all, nobody wants to ruin their brain to go, well, if I go back in time, I really don't want to meet my mom.
And if I'm not mistaken, wasn't when you go into Back to the Future 3, wasn't the great grandfather of Marty, wasn't his name Seamus Martin McFly?
Martin McFly, yeah.
Yeah, so that could be why he was named Martin. Like his name is probably Martin, and they just call him Marty.
Well,
Right.
she
Yeah.
does say, Marty, I like that name
Yeah,
in the very first movie.
and that would make
Yeah.
sense because she's related, or George McFly would be related to Seamus Martin McFly.
But then
and
how do you explain them meeting for the first time
That-
and
that is-
hooking up?
That is a big.
Well, because when they met the first time, when he fell at, when he was peeping at her,
Yeah.
and his dad almost hit her, or hit George McFly with the car. So if it was supposed to be George that got hit with the car and got brought in, and she was going to be smelling his underwear instead of
Okay,
uh,
I actually can. That is a
my
good
God.
point because it's his dad's family,
yeah.
and like that. Wow,
Yeah.
it's a mind boggle.
I know.
A mind
I
screw.
love talking about this stuff, man. I love it.
Well, it is that in the long run, Back to the Future, depending on how you look at the franchise, is a very dangerous time loop with multiple problematic situations,
And even more, if you
multiversally,
played
time-wise.
there's like a video game that it's like a click. What are they called? Click, not pick your own adventures, but like those old school type of games where like you'd go looking around for stuff to unlock the next screen. And anyway, whatever. There's a Back to the Future game that has a lot of stuff that's supposed to be canon, and so there's a lot more that you can get into.
The only Back to the Future game I played was on the old Nintendo, and I remember that the hack code for it was flux capacitor is the power, and that unlocked, I think, the final level for you, so you didn't have to play the entire thing.
Yeah,
I do
no,
wanna
this
give-
one was it was like actually the animation looks like exactly like your head.
Hey, thank you. So
So there's a cartoon too. I just wanted to throw that out there. There's a Back to the Future animated
we're-
series.
yeah,
And
which
then
one? The
their
one from
rules
the
were-
'90s? There was I think there was two of them. I think there was one
There's
from the '90s.
yes, I think there was a season 1 and a season 2 by two different people. I think is what happened, if I'm not mistaken. But even that one has different rules than the movies do, and I don't know that except for I've heard people say that. So I don't know what exactly the rules are behind that. But what's weird is that, so from what I remember seeing, is that they can go back and change things, but they can always go back to their original home. Like when they, like at the end of the episode, they would go back, they would change things for other people and, go back and meet, people from the past, but they could always return to the same exact spot that they left from.
Right. I think they explained that away. Now, Lieutenant Garantina, you were talking about this cartoon series earlier. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they explained that away by saying like certain things from the certain timelines can ground you into being able to return to your original timeline. So like they were able to go back and forth because of the train, Doc Brown's train was able to go back and forth to the Old West and not be changed.
Yeah. I remember watching this scene and from one of the movies where Doc Brown and his family were using a train to time travel.
Yeah.
What at a point where they were saying goodbye to Marty as well.
Yeah, and I believe that train was a big part in the cartoon, if I remember correctly.
It is, or it was.
Yeah.
And let me see if I can do this. How do I share just an image?
Hit the share screen thing. It should have just an image.
I don't see
is
a
there
share
little plus?
screen. I don't
is
see
it-
a share screen on my side.
Press
it's a
H.
plus. There it is. There it is. I see it. I see it.
Yeah, the little plus symbol.
Share
Or
screen.
there's a
Oh,
there's a
that's only-
screen. Yeah, there's a screen pause.
or just send it to me. Like right now, I don't have. I have to
Okay,
upgrade my account.
I'll send it to you on X.
Yeah, we're not trying to screw up the stream.
Yeah.
Well, Today is a chat and chill style stream anyway, so all the glitches are okay.
So this is like the type of animation that the video game Back to the Future had, and it was actually a really fun game. Had it took you back to like Prohibition times.
Send it to X.
And,
there it is.
Yeah. On X.
Save image. Save.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll tell you, Michael J. Fox was just such an amazing actor. I can't go past this without mentioning that. The fact that we almost had Eric Stoltz in it instead is just crazy to think about, because he just did an amazing job. Like, you just believed him, that he was going through these things, that you could see it on his face, the fear and where he's like, you're my ma. He's like, he can't say it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I believe Michael J. Fox more in this type of acting, where Eric Stoltz, I don't know, I couldn't. But at the same time, now,
well, neither could they.
King Style and I are planning a show about actors who have been recast. I got
another one coming.
Have this show coming through about actors that have been recast, and Eric Stoltz, as King Style pointed out to me one night, that looks much closer to the actor who plays Marty's dad than
true. That is true. Actually, I never thought about that. But
all right.
But
at least he got to punch Biff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I've never seen number 2, the Journeyman, or the Time Traveler's Wife.
Okay, the Time Traveler's Wife is an interesting one. It's an interesting one. It's a guy time travels. He gets married to somebody from out of his timeline, and he keeps on going back and forth. And
there's just no way that's better than Bill and Ted's Adventure. Any of those movies, there's no way.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a chick flick. It does have some references to Butterfly Effect. It does have some references to another time travel movie where where there's love letters or being sent through time through a mailbox, and some woman in the past gets
that reminds me of like what was it, The Lake House with Sandra Bullock and,
I think it might have been like The Lake House or something. Here's that other image.
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, that's really weird to me, because these movies, The Journeyman is from 2007, Time Traveler's Wife is from 2009, and that they would get higher scores. That is basically like a terrible time for movies.
Interstellar was also a time travel film through space.
Interstellar was, it had time travel.
I was going to bring that up later. I'm sure it's on this list. I was going to wait and see.
I watched it last year with the Doolies when it was Terrace House Guy's birthday. Yeah, they hosted it on a Saturday.
Nice.
So since we haven't watched, or the majority of us don't really understand what those movies were about necessarily, you want to talk about Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure?
That's the next one I was wanting to talk about, is Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Now, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure are two rock and rolling teens on the verge of failing their class, set out on a quest to make the ultimate school history report after being presented with the time machine.
That was George Carlin that gave them the time machine.
George Carlin.
Well, the goal wasn't for, the goal was for him to pass their history exam, but it was because they needed to create the ultimate song that would bring the world together in harmony.
And that's fucking metal.
It is, and that's why I don't like the third one, because it puts it down. It puts it off of Bill and Ted, and it actually makes their kids, the girls, their daughters, the heroes that saves humanity. So
that was a wannabe cash grab. That was horrible.
I mean, it was fun like the first time I watched it, but then the second time I watched it, I was like, this is a lot of propaganda. This is kind of bullshit.
Here's what I don't get though. How does he become John Wick?
I guess
this will boil your guys' noodles. This will boil your guys' noodles. John Wick is part of 7 different universes.
True.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm just saying, you know, how does a stoner turn in from a stoner to all of a sudden like being able to be John Wick? You know, in my fan theory.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he is like really good friends with Death himself. So
yeah, William Shatner, aka the terrorist leader from Die Hard 2.
Right. So
wait a second. Wait. William Shatner. He was in the movie.
Yeah.
No, I was thought you were saying that Death was William Shatner. I was like, no way.
Yeah, no, Death wasn't William Shatner. No.
Yeah, okay, I didn't think so.
There we go. Yeah, so Bill and Ted,
right.
Excellent
Right.
Adventure.
Sorry about that. Sorry.
No,
I
it's
think
all right.
it was Sandler, William Sandler.
Yeah, William Sadler. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Hey, Cyfax, how you doing? Hail to the panel.
What's up, Cyfax? How you doing, brother?
Hi,
Thank you again for that the other night. That was so cool.
Yep.
I really liked Bogus Adventure or Bogus Journey.
Bogus Journey. I did too.
Where they're robots. That was so freaking cool. Like I loved that when I was a kid. I loved it.
I love the opening, like seeing like the future where they're like they're bringing like Faith No More's guitarist and Mozart and like all these different classical artists into the classroom for these students to learn about music and how music, you know, can affect us all and, you know, stuff like that. It was a really cool looking future. And then it was awesome. I really had fun with it.
I was really shocked when they threw him over the cliff and then spit on him. I was like, man, that's like
totally loogied on that non or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, that was. I mean, and that was a kids' movie. You know, that just goes to show, you know, like everything that we have nowadays is kind of watered down to that. Because that's pretty hardcore. You know, they came back and just like killed themselves. Or basically, you know, is what they were trying to show.
Exactly.
They killed the real Bill and Ted, and you know, that was heavily. I mean, completely heavily marketed to children.
Bill and Ted. I mean, literally, they made that cartoon of Bill and Ted's right during the release of Bogus Journey. So they were using the movie to prop up the cartoon. So they were even more so going out and selling toys as well.
So would you like to take a guess as to which time travel paradox Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure has a risk of destroying the world with?
I have no idea.
Wait. Ask the question again.
Which time travel paradox Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure could risk destroying the world?
A guitar?
I mean,
it's not the grandfather paradox.
No, it's not the grandfather paradox. That was represented in
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future. This one's a different one.
I would just venture to say that that they could that they were bringing people from the past that affected the future to the future.
Right.
Okay.
I don't know. That's just my guess.
That is pretty much it. Instead of bringing the future to the past,
you're bringing the past to the future.
Bringing the past to the future,
and that can screw some stuff up.
And that and then when they take them back to the past, they have foreknowledge of the future, which could change their events of the past.
Oh yeah, that's really smart. Yeah.
Creating a causal loop, which is considered a bootstrap paradox, where the original. We're Back to the Future, where we talked about with Back to the Future, and that would have been a a repetitive loop, which would have meant every time. The difference is, and this is one of the things I was going to get at, every time that Marty McFly relived his life from to the point where the next version of him goes back in time and the next version of him goes back in time. When he goes back to Twin Pines Mall, which is now Lone Pines Mall, but but Marty is leaving.
I always
future
loved
from
that
Twin
little
Pines Mall.
subtlety, like because if you don't pay attention to it, you don't really catch it. But like once you pay attention to it, you're like, oh yeah, I guess it would be Lone Pines because he destroyed the other pine.
For people who are familiar with Southern California, originally the Puente Hills Mall. But so every time, so with the loop that Marty McFly causes by his time travel back around and around consistently, with one version of him going back and the next version of him going forward, that next version keeps on changing it one step further because a version of the future has come to the past and back to the future and come to the past, where it's a continuous loop. Where Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, the Bootstrap paradox is a casual loop where the information of objects exists without traceable origins. The movie also relies on predestination, asserting that the future utopia only exists because the characters will travel to the past to ensure their own success.
I like Sig Valdeson's comment here. He says, imagine Napoleon carrying back a modern day firearm. And what that reminds me of is that, so imagine him going back in time and then trying to explain what happened to him, like in the food court with the piggy wiggy, you know, like ice cream shit, you know, and then they put him back into the past. They put him back in the past and he has to like explain that to somebody.
That would be, I would like to see that version, you know, that version of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. The fourth installment was really bad, and I don't acknowledge it.
The third
installment. Well, the last installment.
Bill and Ted.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, and Bill and Ted.
I can't.
Fourth installment because I was including the cartoons.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I was including the cartoons, so it's technically fourth.
Okay.
By the way, I'm digging that you changed your for people who want to check. If you don't recognize this, boosh, the Theta and Bill and Theta.
Yeah, that's me. Cool. That's for one of my videos I'm making.
Some people might have seen previews of it and his alternate theme songs.
Awesome.
This is an example of the Bootstrap paradox, but partly because they're doing it to alter his own reality. Now, if Marty would have gotten away with bringing the Gray Sports Almanac to the past, instead of having to go back to the
or Griff, actually, it wasn't. Or no, it was Biff.
It was Biff. It was
Griff. Yeah, Griff was the son.
Yeah, it was the grandson. So instead of Biff, if he would have brought it back to 1985 instead of bringing it back to 1955, and then Marty having to go back and retrieve it, and that whole back to 1985 and retrieve it, and then go back again and fix what started and all that entire stuff that which made a continuous loop. Which continues to destroy the Back to the Future universe. Well, not destroy, but add to it for storyline purposes, but also destroy it as a paradox. They are directly doing it for themselves, going back and forth, and they're also being told by a representative of the future who gives them the initial telephone booth. And tells them Rufus, who then tells them not to use 7 words on television.
I got that.
But
when I can't help but think when you were talking about Biff, that the whole back and forth between Biff and Griff. Is that their name?
Yeah.
Where he hops in his car and he
no,
just
well,
starts
at
whacking
that-
him with the almanac, and he's like,
Oh,
"What's
yeah,
your problem, old man?"
But
He's like,
those
"Quit
were
hitting
just
me."
two different versions of Biff. But yeah,
It's just
Yeah.
like just keep
Yeah.
whacking it, and
Yeah.
Biff is just getting pissed, more and more pissed.
yeah.
Whoa.
He's actually a really good actor. He wasn't in anything else that I really remember him in, but he did a really good job. Like, he was a really good actor in that movie.
Mhm.
Did he
So
play both people? He probably played both people, right?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. That's cool.
so
and
the
it was all prosthetics, like no
Yeah.
CGI. It was
early
all-
CGI, which was pretty bad, especially back then. I mean, after all, look at the Jaws 3D sequence, and
Wow.
that the CGI wasn't exactly the best. It was still the triangle shapes. So Rufus, the name of Rufus is also a paradox on its own, because he gives the name Rufus to the boys, but at the end, the boys actually named him to the other boys, version of the boys. So
Wait, what? Say that again?
okay, so Rufus's name is only given to the boys by the future Bill and Ted, who knew his name because their past selves met him.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, the future past selves are told by the at the end of the movie past selves the name of Rufus. So technically, the Bill and Ted create their own little paradox with Rufus. And
Oh, I never
Oh,
thought
yeah.
about that. But
Yeah, they go
yeah,
back
you're
and visit
actually
themselves.
you're
Yeah.
exactly right. He doesn't introduce. Does he? I'll have to go back and rewatch it.
originally he does at the beginning, but when it comes down to when it's like, and you're like, okay, make sure you check your watches, and
Yeah.
yeah,
Listen to this dude, Rufus. He knows what he's talking about.
yeah, and then that's when they create the paradox and then change the storyline around.
But didn't Rufus exit
Originally at the beginning.
No, but to Bill and Ted and introduce himself
Yeah, at the beginning of the movie.
to
Which
Bill
is
and
really
Ted.
weird.
The first Bill and Ted, the original Bill and Ted, before they went back in time.
So this whole the whole movie is based on a ticking clock, and
Right.
so which is weird because they have a time
True.
machine. They have a time. They have to make it back in
Yeah,
time
but they have to
pass their class, but they have a time machine,
But
and they
Rufus
can just
makes
keep
it
on.
clear that time keeps moving. Keeps moving the same in San Dimas.
Right.
So even though they're traveling back in time, time is still moving according to the way that their
But-
watch is moving.
Exactly, but then how could you go back and talk to yourself?
All right,
That's what I'm
because while the time is still moving, so when they
That's a good
step out of the time machine, i.e. telephone booth, once
Yeah.
they step out, that time frame is moving. It moves like so. Imagine having two pieces of spaghetti, right? And those pieces of spaghetti have like little lines on them. The Batman Flash movie explains it this way. So, like, you'd have to have these pieces of spaghetti laid straight out to have them like go okay. While this one timeline's going, this same timeline's going here, but you just have the noodle pushed over to the edge, but the time is still going.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I think that would only work to go into the past. You couldn't, if you took yourself out of the situation and let's say you went to the past and you could see yourself, it seems like those rules wouldn't work in the future because you are your future self. So if you tried to go into the future instead of the past, you wouldn't be there.
Well, but they were going into the past.
Right, they were going
that's
into
what
the
I'm
past,
saying.
but
That's what I'm saying. You could go into the past and see yourself, but you couldn't go into the future to see yourself
Exactly.
because
And
you
the
are the future
original-
person.
And the
Right.
original Bill and Ted went into the past to see themselves.
Right, and they didn't go to the future. They didn't see themselves in the future when they went in the second movie to the future, and at the
So it only works in the past, not into the future, because
right.
you are currently your
That
future self.
that does make sense though.
Yeah. So pretty much the premise relies on the fact that the future society of 2688, being the utopia that it is, has to help the wild stallions pass their test because that reality doesn't exist yet.
Yeah. So that that's a third. That's like a third different
Right.
type of time travel, because you like I was saying, I'll reiterate one more time that you are like in that situation and only in that situation your current self, but then I'm just gonna throw this out there because I just have to. So what would happen if you go back in time and meet your past selves and they steal your phone booth and take it back to the future? Would you be there, or would your future self be stuck in the past?
Sounds like we got a script to write.
Yeah. It sounds kind of like the hot tub time machine type of
It
thing.
kind of does sound like the hot tub time machine type of thing, but the hot tub time machine type of thing would be more. It's very much more like Time Machine, the Time Machine movie by Orson Welles,
which I still have never seen. I'm kicking myself in the ass, but
so with Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, though, they have to go back. The Rufus from the future, from 2688, has to go back to the past now to guarantee the future utopia is created. So pretty much as far as that's concerned, now you're taking a wet noodle. You're taking that wet noodle, how I described it as like two noodles, like kind of like going side by side to each other. But instead, now you're taking a wet noodle, making a little loop where the future goes back to the past, and then back into the future.
Yeah.
And right there, that's probably the best description of a Morbius loop. For those people who are familiar with time travel, particularly where a weird version of the definition of time travel that was given to us by Tony Stark, the Iron Man, and the Marvel Universe.
woo.
It makes you wonder, like, if let's say that you knew you were going to die in 10 years, December 1st or whatever. Could you travel into the future past that and still be alive, or would you die on the way?
It'd be your past self transferring to the future, so you'd still be alive because
You'd
it's
still
your
be
past
alive.
self. Now, the thought process is depending on which sci-fi movie you're looking at. All existence. There's one sci-fi movie I saw. I don't remember what it was called, but all sci-fi. One sci-fi movie said that all existence ends when you end. That's if you are the creator of your own universe. But in this case scenario, we're assuming.
That's why I asked that question. Is that can you cheat death by traveling past when you would die?
Yeah.
You could. I mean, in a sense, but
I want to say,
like, there would be a point where. So I'm sure the Earth wouldn't be there anymore, and you would just die. Like you would show up in, like, Earth wouldn't be there anymore, and you just be in space, imploding.
I got a really quick shout out to Rika Neko of the Uwu Army, and also Hamari Kitsune of the Uwu Army for sharing out and following tonight. Thank you very much for sharing the show out on the Twitter side. Much appreciated.
Awesome.
Thanks for joining us over there on the Twitter side.
This is pretty fun. This is a great stream. Like this ended up being way better than I thought.
I love talking about these kind of things. Yeah.
So there's one more thought process that I had written down with the so the boys have to resolve the conflicts that they've made in order to pass their test, and that's getting everybody back to their right time frames. uh, and they frequently resolve immediate dangers by using future time travel to
Yeah.
stop things like they get the keys from
Those are the
from Bill's
things that really
dad.
confuse me. Like
Right.
getting a
Uh-huh.
trash can to drop at like the exact right time, like
For the jailbreak plans,
Yeah.
getting the keys
Yeah.
from the jailbreak. Yeah. And so, like, they are, instead of constantly going back to the past, where, like, in Back to the Future, it's a continuous time travel to the past. Instead, they're jumping to the future, either hundreds of years in the future or minutes into the future. And so that is how they're resolving the conflicts to
or
certain
days into the past.
right. So and so now we're looking at, instead of just like one trip to the future, we're looking at multiple trips to the future to affect their present reality.
Exactly.
And just by thinking about it too, like that's how they escaped the jail, because they thought, well, why don't I just plan on escaping, and then after their future selves would have been through that experience and needing to get out of jail and being like, well, if I just think about it now, then my future self will drop the trash can.
Yeah.
Precisely. Okay. So precisely. So here's the thing, right? So precisely.
So there's two Teds in that scene.
Right.
There's just one we can't see above, like waiting to drop the trash. Okay.
Right.
Gotcha.
So this is kind of a reverse paradox in a sense, because you're using your future self to correct the past, or what would be your present. Just
by remembering.
Yes.
I guess I did steal my dad's keys.
Yeah, exactly.
So the film operates on the rule, and we were talking about rules with Back to the Future and the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The rule that if you merely decide to execute an action in the future, such as leaving a tape recorder, or stealing the keys, or knocking over a trash can, or that's been left,
but you
behind
have
the door,
to be able to do it and remember to do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
You will already have traveled back to that same time and place in the present and the future and the past.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It creates
that future self had to go back to the past and fix it before it even happened.
So they, in order to do that successfully, Bill and or Ted had to make 3 jumps back, forth, and back.
At least. Yeah.
A minimum of 3 jumps, causing multiple retroactive loops where events occur seamlessly without relying on it to happen. And
damn, I wish I could do that.
They honestly might have had to do it in a way where they split up. Like Bill would take the time machine and leave it somewhere for Ted to get and take somewhere else, because these things are happening. They're coinciding with each other, like leaving that recorder in the police, and then having somebody in the jail cell with a trash can to drop on his dad's head.
So Stephen Hawking compared Back to the Future and Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Which movie do you think that Stephen Hawking said was more accurate?
No idea.
Definitely Back to the
Bill and
Future.
Ted.
Yeah,
Bill
Back
and
to
Ted.
the Future.
I say Bill and Ted.
Stephen Hawking said that Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure would be more likely to happen. Because
Really?
how
Oh,
many
wow.
time jumps they would have had to make something work?
Yeah.
Well, because it's because they keep on, and I think maybe he, just like you were saying there, Cowboy, that that they're just in Back to the Future. They kind of just rely on things to work out eventually in the future, but in Bill and Ted's, they're actively making it happen constantly.
Yeah.
You know?
So the thought process is the stuff you're not seeing. So like these multiple jumps forward to make the trash can do its thing, for the keys to be in Ted's pocket, to Theodore Esquire. For all these things to be there, they would have had to make multiple jumps, which means they would have had to see this happen multiple times. And the scenes that you're not seeing is them going back and correcting these mistakes over and over and over again.
See,
Yeah.
I would have thought
I have
that
to get going, guys.
just
Oh,
the fact
thank you for
that-
joining us. Hold on a second. Before you go, hold on. Let's make you big. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you toss your Lieutenant Garatina. Make sure you toss your link into the chat real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, Lieutenant Garatina, tell us what you're doing tomorrow.
Tomorrow I'll be bringing Cowboy Dan and folks on to talk about Power Rangers Zeo. I mean Power Rangers Turbo. Sorry.
Turbo.
Yeah. I can't seem to get the thing into the chat right.
Oh, you already have it scheduled, right? I'll pop it into the chat.
Thank you.
Thanks, Lieutenant. I'll be there, man.
Yeah, take care,
Yeah,
guys.
I should be there too.
Yeah, I'll pop it into the chat here real quick.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thanks for joining us. And I really appreciate it. And once again, I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, same here. Have a good night, folks.
All right.
You
Have a
too.
good one.
See, I would have thought that just the fact that there were two versions of each person in one timeline at the same time, I would have thought that Stephen Hawking would have discounted that type of.
He felt that in the interview that he did about time travel, he said that would have been more accurate because where Back to the Future they had a plan and it was explained away because the plan was made by a scientist.
And also, it's more complicated. Like the Bill and Ted's is more complicated.
Well, and
I
also
think that's where he was. That Stephen Hawking is a very deep thinker, and so he's like, okay, if it's going to work out, it has to be multiple things happening, not just going back.
You also have to think about it like this too. The beginning of the movie starts with the future already being saved by Bill and Ted before they even pass their history exam.
Right.
How does that point happen without them already doing it in the first place? Like something would have had to have gone wrong in the past and made them flunk their history exam to not.
That's what it was. That's what it was.
That's what it was.
That they failed. They had the potential of failing somehow, which I get you, Theta. That's a very interesting point, because if they've already done it, why would there be a risk of failing in the past? It's kind of right. That's a paradox right there.
So they have to go back and they have to do it the same way that it started. By
but that would mean
themselves
that
to trust
it had to have started like that in the first place.
Right. That's why it's a loop.
Yeah. Okay.
That's why it's a loop.
Well, so
most of these time travel paradoxes.
So nothing's really a constant in time. It's just what they decide to do.
Right. And every time that they go through the loop, as I said with Back to the Future, by the time he gets to
so destiny in itself is not a like destiny in itself isn't even a real thing.
The thought process is destiny is what you make of it.
They're doing the Marvel timeline there, because
what up, Finn?
If you can go back and visit your past self, that's a different timeline. So I think that what really was going on there, if I were to guess, is that there is different timelines, and they saw a timeline that wasn't going to succeed. So they decided to make an effort to go back to this one timeline to help them.
Right, that would be on Rufus. That'd be on Rufus in that case scenario. But the actually fixing the timeline to the way that the world from 2633 would have taken would be to for the boys to fix it on their own. Otherwise, Rufus would have been able to fix it for them.
Yeah. Finn, not just Back to the Future, just time travel in general, time travel films.
Yeah, time travel films altogether. How you doing, Finn? Yeah, what up, nerds? Yeah,
Yeah,
so,
we got more in store there, Finn. We're
Yeah.
not even close to finished.
So
This might be
that-
a multiple stream thing.
Well, we're gonna have to finish this up a different night because I'm probably gonna have to go to
this
bed
is gonna
pretty
be
soon.
this is a huge topic. Like
We'll have to do a few of them on my channel too because
oh, absolutely.
I really love these conversations. Like I literally live for like these type of conversations, these philosophical, psychological, spiritual type of deep conversations, just chilling and chatting about it and coming up with like our own like I love the idea that we are the like the thinkers of our time. Like, you know, like we all have like the information at our fingertips with technology and everything.
Just think about this. This is a big topic, right? And we with all the tech and everything that you're mentioning right now, I actually done a deeper dive that I have in notes for just the Marvel universe alone, and it's 14 pages.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying,
Wow.
for the time travel thing, I went in deep dive, from Neil deGrasse Tyson to Stephen Hawking, the guy with the hair, Einstein. Yeah, you know, I did a deep
just the
dive
guy with the big hair.
Yeah,
That's
the guy
all.
with the hair. You know,
the mail clerk. You know, that's what he is known for.
The guy
right?
with the hair. I don't want people thinking I'm talking about like the guy who paints with the hair, Bob Ross, because he just imagines it. He's making his own universe. He's not traveling.
Well,
back.
Bob Ross was an Einstein as well.
Fluffy clouds.
Yeah, but so yeah, Nikolov is the other guy that I've been doing a lot of research on for my Marvel deep dive, and so we got a lot, and that was just the paradoxes, multiple paradoxes of 2 movies that we've covered in what, an hour?
Almost 2, yeah.
Almost 2, yeah.
I mean, we really dug into these 2 movies. Like, we spent probably 45 minutes to 50 minutes on each one of these. And we didn't even go into like all the sequel. Like, we didn't go into the 3rd Back to the Future movie. We didn't go like the Western one. We didn't really go too much into Bogus Journey. We kind of just stuck to the basics.
All right, who's yawning? Take that back. Suck that yawn back into your face, whoever did that.
It wasn't me yawning. I'm eating gummy bears.
So it was me, but I was inhaling my vape.
Okay.
I'm not tired, buddy.
As long as it's not a yawn, go back in time and stop yourself from doing that.
Sid, I hear you, man. I'm about to have to call it quits too. It's
oh no,
it's one of those nights I have to work early in the morning. So
we're gonna keep our list together, and we're definitely gonna redo this. Do another one because I have a couple. I think it's gonna for at least HeadKasE and I. This will be a series for us. So why don't we do one more before you head out, and we'll make it a short one.
Okay.
And then
good night, Sigvaldson. Have a good night, man. Thank you for stopping.
Later, Siggy.
But so that was interesting. We spent a lot more time on Back to the Future just because Back to the Future is awesome, and we spent a lot of time looking at the DeLorean, and
we really explored a lot of cool conversation about Back to the Future.
Yeah. So the time machine, you haven't seen the time machine, but pretty much the guy creates a time machine. It's just a chair and a big old fan on the back, and he sets the dial, and it goes back in time and forward in time.
Are you talking about the actual time machine?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's one I've never seen.
But it's the turn of the century inventor's vision of utopian society. He's delusioned when he travels forward in time and reveals a dark and dangerous fate for humanity. These creatures, which turn out to be future versions of humans, are enslaving other humans and eating other humans, and a lot of cannibalism, and are our technology just seems to go away. We can't make technology anymore. So he decides he didn't want to see that. He also found out that his love of his life died. So he goes back into the past. He wants to fix that. And he goes too far back into the past.
Oh, I
It's
do remember that. I
it's
remember hearing about it.
Yeah, it was 1960s version of the movie had a Metascore of 6.7.
It was a book first.
reboot,
if I'm
too.
Yeah.
correct.
The reboot they really followed the same thing.
Yeah, the reboot was very accurate towards the original. I mean, even down to the time machine itself.
Yeah.
Doctor Who. Some people don't want to consider Doctor Who as time travel, as more of a multiversal show. Now, the Lake House we spoke about, which is very much similar to the Time Traveler's Wife and the way time travel works there. Hot Tub Time Machine, which was where we wanted to pretty much maybe end tonight's episode. On it.
That's the last one that I know of right now.
Yeah. So the Hot Tub Time Machine is virtually a retelling, in a sense, of every 80s time travel movie, kind of mixed with the Time Machine, but also kind of has like hints to Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, has hints to Back to the Future, but a malfunctioning time machine at a ski resort takes a man back in time with his two friends and his nephew, where they must relive a frightful night and not change anything to make sure his nephew is born. But they end up changing everything.
So I want to say something funny that, and this is true, on a Bible, I have had multiple people come up to me, and I don't even know the actor's name, but the bald guy with the leather jacket that's in this movie.
Yeah, I can't think of his name either, but I know who you're talking about.
People come up to me and ask me all the time, or think that I'm that guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So if you ever wanted to know what HeadKasE looks like, yeah, people think that I look like that guy, and I swear to you.
So you were the lead singer of Motley Crue.
Yeah, don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
Saw Motley Crue live.
So you saw HeadKasE live.
Yeah.
So we're both DJs, by the way, in case anybody else didn't know. So that's another thing that we talked a lot about last night, KJ and I, and KJ, you know, I didn't tell you this, but that's where HeadKasE came from. I was DJ HeadKasE. That's literally where my name came from. I was
always KJCowboyDan for the karaoke world. My DJ name was Danny Devins, but I tried to use that for the radio. They didn't seem to care. But my karaoke fans refused to call me Danny Devins and follow my stage name that I had chosen. Instead, they're like, "Well, you're the karaoke host, and KJ's the karaoke thing. You're not a DJ to us. You're a karaoke host." And then like, "You're Cowboy Dan, not this Danny Devins that we see." And I got stuck for 23 years with it, and it actually turned out to be the best branding I ever had. So I just kept it going even into the VTuber world.
One of the biggest shows that I ever did was at a club in Portland. It was a big rave, and I applied for the job, interviewed. I gave him a mixtape, or I had some stuff posted online, and I showed him my stuff online. And I show up to the venue, and big ass letters on the billboard there, they called me DJ Case, and I was like, "Damn you! Like, that's not it." So it doesn't sound that bad, but I was like, no, I'm DJ HeadKasE. Come on now.
So Finn's telling me that it sounds like a really good name, cool ass name for a radio name. When I came up with the name, I'm a big fan of the way Marvel Comics names their characters. There's always repeating same initials: Danny Devins, Peter Parker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bruce
DJ
Banner.
HeadKasE.
Bruce Banner. DJ HeadKasE. So the final movie is Hot Tub Time Machine, ending it on an easy note and also a humorous note.
Yeah. I think this is the last of Chevy Chase's great films.
And he's only a supporting character in it too.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't have like a huge part in it, but he was really good in it. He played the character very well. It was like a creepy, almost like you know how Christopher Walken was the devil or whatever in Click. Like you could almost like compare Chevy Chase's character to Christopher Walken's character in Click with Adam Sandler.
Well, they kind of do. He's a combination of, in my opinion. So he's a combination of Rufus, the devil, or an angel.
Exactly. He's very neutral. Like
but he's a combination, but he's also Rufus in a sense because he tells them what to do and what not to do.
But he also doesn't really care either. He's like, you can do this, you can do whatever you want, but you know, this is what you're gonna have to do. Like,
right, you're gonna have.
He's very nonchalant about it. Very, I don't know.
I think because he knows that being fluid in time, as a being that's fluid in time, he knows it's going to happen. He's seen every possible outcome.
Yeah.
I wanted to touch on what it says here online about the hot tub time machine rules. It says the most important directive from the mysterious hot tub repairman is that you cannot change the past. Failing to replicate specific past actions or intentionally fixing past mistakes can cause the timeline to unravel. Repeat, you cannot change the past, only relive it.
Yeah.
Which they go and break those rules immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, that you know, yeah, they try to have to go through all the pain and experiences in the same way, but it still does change the future.
Right. So you know, and so John Cusack's character is like, well, I'm just going to stay in my room and just eat these shrooms and not affect the past, because that's what his character wanted to do in the first place. He was going to do exactly what he was going to do, except for being like kind of like a depressed teenager. He's now a depressed adult.
Yeah.
Where
and another big point of the hot tub time machine is that they're back in their own bodies, but they see themselves as their future selves.
Right. So, I mean, it's more of as we were talking about in Theta show the other night, it's more of kind of like a mental hacking, but in this case scenario, a time mental hacking, where their future self is forced into a past self. So Finn is letting us know that the other dude, by the way, DJ HeadKasE sounds cool as fuck. It sounds something like I would be legit tuned into with another dude named Cowboy Dan. I 100% would tune into that, and probably why I'm here, to be honest. Oh yeah.
It's the past, present, and future right in front of you.
We're going to be having a lot of shows with a lot of people. Pretty much I'm filling up my week. I got DJ HeadKasE with me. We're going to be doing a thing, and we're going to try to do a regular thing, if not multiple regular things. I got King Style, who I'm going to be doing regular things, if not multiple regular things there too. And you already know that me and Theta have a lot of plans going on through the network. And eventually our little circle, our community, is going to be to a point where we are going to set up a couple of meetups. We're going to try to find some sort of central location eventually, maybe a couple of cons, and we're going to try to get everybody to meet up at a couple of these cons. I know that Theta wants to try to get everybody to meet up this coming April at MegaCon, and I want to do something next May, and so a year from May. So this coming May, 11 months from now, I guess, 10 months from now, I'm hoping to get people together over in New Jersey for the New Jersey Toy Con, and hopefully maybe we might even be able to make our way to the West Coast or Central States for something out that way eventually. So as we build up our community, make sure you follow everybody, make sure everybody grows, and we'll be able to eventually make sure that we get these meetups together. And if we do these meetups, we're going to do what Theta and I are calling a mega stream, where we're going to get everybody in our community to do a mega live stream.
And it's not that far-fetched. I mean, we're very close with a lot of the same people, especially Theta. And I mean, some of the people that I was talking to, I asked them, would they be interested to get with Cowboy Dan and me and Theta, and multiple people said, yeah, I already know who those guys are. I would love to be a guest, and that was really good to hear. Because we're all just a text message away, really, just a DM on Twitter for all of us to be able to. I think it's about time for us to start collaborating a lot more. A lot of people are just trying to strive and do things on their own, when there's people right next to us that do cool stuff and that like us already. Lot of potential. There's a lot of potential.
Yeah, like we couldn't have had this deep of a conversation about Back to the Future and Bill and Ted's and Hot Tub Time Machine without each other talking about
real
it.
quick. Finn has a message for you on the screen. Nerd archaeology.
He cool as fuck too, man. I'm a nerd too. I'm an international BTE. So it'd be explicit as fuck. I travel now, to be honest. Cool.
Excellent. Hey,
I'm always it's always a pleasure to see you, man. You're awesome. Thank you.
He meant, by the way. He just.
By the way. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm international. By the way. Okay.
So, really quick here. We're looking at the time machine, where the hot tub time machine. We go back in the past. We end up going, trying to some of us are trying to fix our lives. Some of us are trying to get over certain situations. Some of us are everybody's kind of screwed up in the head. And then you have this kid, the nephew, who didn't even want to go on this vacation. He just wanted to sit there and play Second Life.
Yeah.
And everything gets torn apart. And then there's the sequel that I didn't watch the sequel, so I don't know how that works.
Yeah, I don't think anybody came back for the sequel.
No, all the same actors came back for the sequel. Everybody came back.
Did they
for the
really?
Sequel. Yeah, all the actors came back for the sequel. I just didn't watch it.
Poor actors.
Yeah, sequels are just almost just miss every time.
Oh yeah,
nowadays.
I'm sure Chevy Chase didn't come back.
Oh no, I don't know if he did or not. But I know that the main cast came back for the sequel. Yeah. Because
if Chevy Chase is, I mean, let's be honest. If Chevy Chase isn't like the main character, or has the most funny lines in the movie, he pretty much checks out. Like
he was a supporting character at very most in the original Hot Tub Time Machine.
Yeah, I think he probably thought that he had more to do with the movie than they originally. They probably had a completely different script that they showed him in the beginning.
So when they were making the Hot Tub Time Machine movie, Chevy Chase was also doing a TV series called The Community,
which is like my all-time favorite comedy TV show.
Really?
Yes. Community is amazing. Joel McHale, Donald Glover. I forget all the actors, but it's full of great hilarious actors. Highly recommend it. Joel McHale's hilarious in it.
Right on. So I think that for the most part, pretty much that pretty much brings us down to a wrap for tonight. But I enjoyed this talking about the two main time travel movies and the
Yeah,
as deep as we got into it. I knew we were going to get deep into it. I just didn't know we were going to get this deep into it because we were originally just going to do just a random chat and chill. So
yeah, dude. When it comes to talking about theorizing about this kind of stuff, especially when it comes to two completely different types of time travel, I love discussing things like that. And just like the other night about the hackers, you know, and the simulation theory and stuff like that. Anything that comes down to like trying to open your mind to different ideas and trying to get other people's ideas on different topics, but really go deep into philosophical terms like grandfather theory, simulation theory, all that kind of stuff. That's my bag. I do my channel. I love nerdy stuff, and I love talking about it with other people.
So I'm going to ask everybody, whether it be y'all in chat or us here, do you have any, let's say, honorary mentions that would probably hit based off of the films that we discussed tonight?
Well, I mean, I want to say that Michael J. Fox played an amazing Marty. I look like the guy from Hot Tub Time Machine, apparently. And, I look forward to going down this list further because Theta said that we, the two different.
You're talking
types.
about the one that eventually was Stifler, or were you talking about the one that for the?
I don't know what's his name.
Because the young version,
Stifler is Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Or no, that's American Pie. Sorry.
No. So but the character who played Stifler was in this movie. The actor who played Stifler was in this movie.
I know.
Are you talking about Southland Tales?
I'm talking about the guy that has long hair when he's young.
Yeah. So you're talking about Rob Corduroy.
Rob Corddry.
Right, Rob Corddry.
Oh, that's right. He used to be a correspondent on Daily Show back when it was good.
Yeah, it wasn't the younger version of. No, it wasn't. No, yeah. So Rob Corddry, yeah, he kind of look, but the young version of him kind of looks like the actor who played Stifler in the American Pie movies. Is all I was getting at. But
I've never had anybody come up to me and say that I look like anybody before until that movie came out, and I'm like, holy shit.
But yeah, okay, you look like
you know
Rob
what
Corddry.
I kind of want to give a nod to is I'll have to go back and see on this list, but the butterfly effect is one that's more of a spiritual, like a superpower,
supernatural,
spiritual type
but it
of
does
time
hit
travel.
Time Machine, and it does hit a lot of paradoxes.
Yeah.
So I think we probably will end up talking about it as well.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite movies too. So I'm really, even if it's not on this list, then I'll look at it.
I believe it is. I do believe it's on
is?
there.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's right there. It's actually coming up really right there.
Yeah,
okay.
so it'll definitely be one of the ones that we talk about. And so I'm thinking that HeadKasE and I agree that this is going to be a little series that we're going to do in order to break in our show.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. Yeah.
I know that
a lot of these movies I just recently watched on my show.
And we're going to end up touching on these movies in a different way because I know that as you've been saying, Theta, that you have some ideas on how you want to cover the topics. So I look forward to when you decide that you want to cover time machine movies or time travel movies. Because
I mean, honestly, when it comes to time travel movies, I think we kind of covered a lot of the stuff that I would want to cover. But I would probably want to add like spiritual implications and stuff like that too. Yeah. But other than that, I think we really kind of dug really deep on a lot of these topics. So
yeah, we totally did. I mean, so our intention was just to like you said, just have a quick little chat, about not even time travel, and then we decided to go on this, and then we did. Yeah, I mean, we don't necessarily need to go down
of
to
this right here. All because of this thumbnail right here.
Yep.
You know, I was just like, okay, what am I going to do? I like this font. I'm going to see if I can do something with this font. And
well, we're a bunch of smart guys. I'm sure we could figure out another interesting concept to have
for
our
sure.
show about. I'm looking at my schedule right now, Dan, and so Tuesdays are looking pretty good for me, especially around this time. What about you, Theta?
Tuesdays should be all right. That should work out fine for me.
well, either way, here goes to a Tuesday attempt at a chat and chill, but a time travel themed for the next couple of weeks. Look forward to it. Let's give our last little say hellos to chat or say goodbyes to chat real quick, because Finn was kind of hoping for a little bit easier of a chat and chill, so we're definitely going to have to figure something out to level it out. Maybe grab a beer and just like say, "Oh, how you doing, boys?" In the meantime, you did join in late, but that's okay. You can always catch it in the background. Dude that played Marty on the TV show, if I forgot his name. Marty McFly. That was
Michael J. Fox.
Michael J. Fox, and he was Michael P. Keaton in the
Family Ties.
Family Ties. Yeah,
Michael J. Fox isn't even his real name.
Yeah, it's not even his real name. Yeah. The Butterfly Effect, mid to late 2000s movie. Great movie, by the way. And it's been a while since seen it. They made a sequel, and I believe it's
the sequel's
trilogy.
not good.
I think they made 2 sequels that aren't good.
They're not worth watching.
Yeah, but
same with S. Darko, which is another time travel movie. Donnie Darko.
Donnie Darko's a time travel movie.
Time travel horror, psychological horror.
Yeah,
it's been a while since I've seen that. I'll have to brush it up again.
Yeah, definitely. It's Roberta Sparrow, the neighbor, Grandma Death, wrote the book The Philosophy of Time Travel, and that's what the whole movie is about, actually.
Yeah,
I think I'm confusing it with Scanner Darkly. That's what I'm doing.
Oh, okay, yeah, maybe. That's a Philip K. Dick book.
Yeah, that's the Keanu Reeves animated thing.
Yeah.
So Finn, if you want to, if you did catch the beginning or not, I don't know, but we'd had a very deep conversation about Back to the Future. You also got to see Theta's DeLorean, not necessarily the one that's flying through New York right now, but the actual DeLorean that Theta has. That when he shrinks himself down to size, because Theta's a giant, and so it's an actual size DeLorean, and Theta's like 12 times the size of it.
Yeah.
But you'll actually be able to see Theta's DeLorean at the beginning.
That's why my computer looks so small, because it's actually
and Family Ties. Yes, that was the show that he was on. Yes, it was the 80s. It was the 80s, mid 80s. Oh, it's all right. Well, sometimes we come in late. We actually started a little later than we were originally, but today was an impromptu. We didn't really have plans on when we were going to start anyway. So
what do you got going on there, Theta?
Well, I don't know if we're still doing something tomorrow. If we are, we'll figure it out.
We're going to
Lieutenant Garatina's tomorrow to talk about Power Rangers Turbo. And then Saturday and Sunday, I might have a stream. Just we'll see how it goes. So stay tuned.
Yeah. With everything, I got to make sure I remodded you over there on the YouTube side, because I know that with the hacking, I end up losing all of my when I was hacked, I ended up losing all the people that were wrenched. So let me make sure that you have a wrench right now. Or
Well, hey Finn, there. So we're also all of us
yes, you
are
do have a
on
wrench.
X. All of us are on X, and so if you wanna get notified, and YouTube's like having trouble. I've had that problem as well. Trying to get with some of my favorite things, even things that I'm supposed to be a panelist on. It won't give me a notification, so I got to keep up with that. But if you want to, you can follow us over on X, and all of us are on there. And this isn't gonna be a one-off. That we're gonna be really pumping each other's channels up, and having guests. We got a lot of stuff in the pipeline that we were talking about recently, and people that you probably know from other channels are going to be joining us on each other's channels. And so just jump there on X, and follow us, and you can find me HeadKasE or the real HeadKasE on YouTube. Go ahead there, Cowboy.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have a whole bunch of links ready for you as well. Theta, I made sure you have your wrench, so feel free to drop your thing in there. I don't have like everybody's links yet in a file yet. I'm working on getting that ready. I've been delinquent on that with everything else I've been working on. So just drop your link in the chat. Make sure I know Fen you follow, but anybody else there, for the one person that's hanging out over on the Kick side, I see you and I've seen you tonight, even though you've been quiet and lurk. Feel free to go over to the YouTube side, get those links. Make sure you follow everybody on the YouTube. Also,
this is my channel that I'm posting videos to, but this second channel is my channel that I am streaming to every Saturday and Sunday, and possibly in the future Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays. I don't know. We'll figure something out.
we're gonna try to get everybody streaming. With all luck, I'm gonna try to be rocking 2 shows a day. I'm gonna try to rock one on my own. I'm gonna try to rock one with Theta. I'm like, so 2 shows a day, 2 shows a day, 2 shows a day. And I from King Style to HeadKasE to Theta, we're gonna be rocking our community, and you're gonna see me live more often as we build our network and as we build our community.
And me too. Yeah.
The real HeadKasE.
Yeah.
What is your YouTube channel? Is it just
it's at the real HeadKasE.
at the real HeadKasE?
The real HeadKasE, yeah.
Yeah, it's all lowercase, the real, and then HeadKasE, like it's spelled on my name right now.
Yeah.
And I don't really have a whole lot of followers on there, but that's where
No,
I'm
but
starting
yeah,
from the bottom.
I'm trying to find it so that
comment in the chat so he can find you. HeadKasE.
Yeah.
Comment in the chat. It's been a while since you commented in the chat. Then everybody can click on your link to follow you. I think that's how it works with
yeah,
YouTube.
because I'm having trouble finding your channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here we go.
And make sure that everybody gives a follow to HeadKasE. And just like I'm telling everybody with my boy King Style and Theta and everybody, if you haven't already given a follow, we're trying to make sure that everybody gets to a point where they're either able to get monetized or be able to stream live. So make sure that you do give those follows out, because our community is a sweet community. It's a great community, and we play well together. And right now, HeadKasE has 4 subscribers that we know of. We want to get them up to 50. So that way we get a few things together. Once I get a chance to sit down and make some edits and cuts and clips, we're going to send some clips over to HeadKasE, so that way he can post them to his channel and have some content over there as well. So if you ever are in the show, those of you in chat, make sure if you see something that you think, oh, well, they said something a little sus or whatever, or they said something absolutely hilarious, clip it. Use the YouTube clip feature.
This is a URL for the real HeadKasE's channel, and I just subscribed on your YouTube, so you have another one as well.
So now you should be up to 5 subscribers now.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, guys. I just really look forward to the things that me and Dan were talking about. We've got such good ideas, and especially that to have Theta over here for a first time. And these are all really good people. If you guys enjoy our chats, follow us because we'll come up with cooler and cooler stuff. I'll tell you what, that Cowboy, he's a genius when it comes to making these cool AI things. There's just so much in store.
Speaking of so much in store, I'm going to tell you about my week. All right, so Friday. Tomorrow I want you guys to join me at Lieutenant Garatina's channel. Lieutenant Garatina was here earlier. We're going to be covering the Power Rangers tomorrow. I'll be there with Theta, HeadKasE, Lieutenant Garatina, and a few other of Lieutenant Garatina's friends. We're going to be having a lot of fun talking about the Power Rangers Turbo. Also, on Thursday, you can find me over at Mr. DJ Longhair's channel for the MTG Roundtable, Magic the Gathering news and discussions, where we're going to be talking about some of the most recent Wizards of the Coast drama, what's going on with Wizards of the Coast, what's going on with Magic the Gathering, what's going on with Dungeons and Dragons, and another potential Hasbro lawsuit revolving the horrible treatment of the staff over at Wizards of the Coast, allegedly based off of certain woke ideals, but we won't be using that terminology over on the roundtable. Anyhow, we're also on Friday. I want you to join me and King for, hopefully, if everything goes well. Otherwise, we'll postpone it. But we're scheduled for Friday for me and King. And every Friday, as long as everything goes according to plan, we are going to be doing Cowboys and Kings, which is our regular Friday night routine at 8:00 p.m. Eastern Time. And the episode theming will be uncredited actors. If it doesn't happen this week, it will happen the week after. No worries. Like I've said, if it wasn't for Jank, I wouldn't have anything in my tank, but we don't care. Also, as Theta said before, join us on Saturday for Theta's show, The Nerd Archaeology, where what's the theme? Do you know what the topic is, Theta, for Saturday?
Well, it just depends if we get King in there.
Oh wow, I got 9 subscribers now. Thank you guys so much.
9 subscribers.
Cool.
So you doubled your doubled your following tonight.
Nice. Way to go, man.
No, nice.
I wouldn't be able to do it without you guys.
Well, now you're 1/5, almost a little under 1/5 of the way to go to be able to stream live on YouTube. So boom. Boom. And we got DJ Play Nice. We are getting ready. We are closing it out. We are indeed. So make sure you join us over on Theta's channel on Saturday and join us on Theta's channel on Sunday, where we will be watching a movie of some sort. Maybe Theta might be doing it just in time, and maybe we might have some sort of time travel movie. Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, I just wanted to say before we get out of here. Oh no!
There you are. You disappeared for a second there.
Yeah, I just wanted to say before we get out of here.
That was way too. That was way too.
Yeah. So it's like wait. Okay, no, I was gonna say the. I don't know if you made that song that's brand new. You know, the intro song that we had today with that. That's funky as hell and badass. I really like that.
Yeah.
So if anybody wants to hear a cool ass tune intro, check out this video again. And you want to hear some time travel when you go to bed or whatever, check it out.
Exactly. Yeah. And KJ does the same thing I do. We both write our own lyrics and put them into Suno. And
hopefully sometime soon I'm going to be able to get Theta into a Suno battle, a little challenge.
Yeah, I mean,
whose Suno
I have
AI is better.
I have a few of my theme songs on the channel, but I'm doing some upgrading soon. So I'm finishing up with a like a what was it, like almost 7-minute long intro song.
Yeah,
but
well,
came out really good.
It did indeed. Well, I just want to let everybody know that our shows are made possible by viewers like you, and unfortunately, sometimes it's pretty hard to be able to support having a stage like this. So, if you decide that you want to support in any way possible, maybe you want to have yourself a drink, get yourself some W Energy drink by scanning the QR code on the screen or clicking the QR code. And W Energy Drink is made from natural caffeine. And you too can have yourself that gamer buzz by having a fresh beverage. Only one scoop and a little bit of water, and the tub lasts a while. It's worth it, and it is healthy. It is not one of those stuff like Monster Energy drinks where it has the fake caffeine or the stuff that's going to make your heart explode. Definitely give it a try. W Energy Sludge is pretty good. This is my favorite flavor. Is this sludge. W Sludge. It doesn't sound like it's good, but it's just a humorous name.
It's sludgerific.
It's sludgerific. And if you want to have something to put that sludge in, make sure you go to the Live with KJ Cowboy Dan merch shop and get yourself a KJ Cowboy Dan coffee mug. I'm using it right now for my coffee. Live with KJ Cowboy Dan, it says on the side, and it has the old version of me. But also, you'll be able to find other mugs. We have a whole collection of KJ Cowboy Dan mugs, especially the Make the Moon Great Again mug, where you too can be very patriotic towards the moon and drink your coffee or W Energy Sludge from that. Please click on that link right there. Use KJCBD 26 for 10% off of your purchase. And we have hoodies, we have notebooks, we have a lot of fun stuff and some new stuff coming soon based off of the shows that we have coming up. And if you want to continue to support the channel in other ways, you can actually donate. We have some crowdsourced items that we need, whether it be new microphones, boom arms, new camera, so that way we can do package openings and a few other things that we need for our show. Feel free to go over to throne.com and check out some of the tech that we are needing to get. For those people who want to support monetarily, since we're not currently monetized here on YouTube, you can go to ko-fi.com to support the channel. And remember, any donation keeps our show alive because it is because of viewers like you.
Yeah, we're not monetized yet, but every donation that you guys give to Cowboy, he's gonna turn it back and give it right back to you guys. I just know it.
It's going to pay for our stage. Pretty much, our stage costs $20 a month, and that's all we ask is that you watch. You don't have to support by donating. If you can't afford it, don't donate.
Oh, DJ Plan, I said that HeadKasE, you just made 10 subscribers. You're 10 now.
You just made 10 subscribers, HeadKasE.
You guys helped me get 10 subscribers, and let's not stop there. Also, if you guys haven't followed Cowboy or Theta as well, both of these guys already have their own things going. I'm just a little newbie here, and I'm along for the ride right now. I'm learning from these guys, and so just look at what.
Hey, you got a good social media following on X, man. Don't sell yourself short.
Well, and that actually came from other people just like you guys that helped me along the way. I just feel so blessed to be a part of a good community of people that are smart, good thinkers, and that are nice people, and that aren't into the drama, and they just want to have a good time, and that's what I want. I think that's what everybody wants.
Well, you would think so, but hopefully,
we're building our new community is not going to be about that.
This is a new start.
This is a new start, a new community that we're building, and it's not about all that. But if you want to keep tracking what's going on in the community, you can always join our Discord page by going to this little link right there by clicking on the thing. I have a Discord community for the Backstage with KJ Cowboy Dan, where I have started to revamp everything in our community. So feel free to join us there. And as was said earlier, we do have following over on Twitter and X, where I post things that ultimately will possibly get me canceled. If you want to see me post something that, or say something that I wouldn't say here, go there, go to Twitter and watch me use Elon Musk's freedom of speech platform to speak my mind.
Yeah, I actually just made my first meme, so go check that out too.
Yeah, you just made your first meme today. I was excited.
On Twitter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Just a little reminder, though, we do have that KJ Cowboy Dan Gear Shop. Thank you very much for joining us today. I really appreciate you all. DJ Play Nice, Finn, Theta, HeadKasE, also Lieutenant Garatina, and the rest of the crew that's been joining us over here on a regular basis on Live with KJ Cowboy Dan, and the friends that we've made on all the networks. Thank you. Here is our theme song, and you guys rock out loud.
Hi, guys.
Right.
Woo! Big, whoa. Oh! Yeah, Fred, if you wanted to know, wanted to know what I'm doing now. I'm living on the glow of your computer. Yeah, you're online with Cowboy Dan. So don't you drift, don't you slide away. Oh, come hang a minute, baby, in your day. I got a vibe with your name written on it. Come on, let's set this moment ablaze. 'Cause when you click my name, oh, the world feels right. We'll light up the dark like a neon night. Oh, you show up, I'll pop off for sure. Yeah, that's the whole damn plan. You're online with Cowboy Dan. Got kinda tired of that doom scroll rolling. Post after post, like a lost parade. But maybe you and me can break that spell. Oh, baby, come slide into the stream for a minute. Stay, so don't drift off, don't fade away. Just pop on in, let's chase the gray. I got a vibe with your name written on it. Come on, let's take a spin and enjoy our day. When you click my name, the world feels right. We'll shine up the dark like a neon night. You'll show up, I'll pop off for sure. Yeah, that's the whole big plan. You're online with Cowboy Dan. With Cowboy Dan. We'll talk about anything that's on your mind. Play a few games, laugh ourselves silly. React to all the strangest videos we find. But the best part, you're hanging here with me. We'll forget all them lonely feelings. Just tune in when your heart runs low. Grab a coffee, my friend, get into the flow. Let's have fun. It's
That's
time
right.
to
Ferguson is here too.
Friend, if you wanted to know, ooh, I wanted to know what I'm doing now. I'm shining through the screen of your computer. Come play a game with me. Yeah, I got kinda tired of that doom scroll dragging. Post to post with that same old side. But maybe you and me could spark something free. Yeah, baby, drop by the stream sometime. Click my